Beth wrote in, what are small things that everybody can do to improve their quality of life regardless of income? Okay, I have a few thoughts on this. Now, every single one of these is going to assume something, and I get that. I don't know that there are any total universals, but here's a few ideas. Number one, exercise. Some kind of exercise, particularly that takes place outside. Now, if you are not physically able to walk around, then I still think being in the outdoors is a good thing. And maybe there's some way for you to sort of achieve that, right? So some kind of regular exercise and exposure to the great outdoors, even if you're in a city, even if it's a concrete jungle, I still think it's very, very good to be outdoors. And it's been shown to significantly improve cognition, decrease depression, et cetera, et cetera. Some degree of mindfulness meditation. Now, it doesn't have to be some sitting cross-legged for 3 hours with, your fingers crossed and whatever the case may be. Even just sitting for 10 minutes twice a day with no agenda, just sitting, that's it. That's been shown to be really, really good for both sort of emotional health and quality of life, and maybe even connections to physical well-being. So I think that that's something that's really good. I think it's a really good idea to pay attention to hydration. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? But tons of people just aren't drinking enough water. I'm not in the camp of you should be drinking 15 glasses of water a day, like some people say. But a lot of people don't realize that they're dehydrated, and staying hydrated is something that everybody can do. I mean, I know that not everybody in the world has access to clean water, sadly. So again, there's no universals here, but most people in the United States do have access to water. So those are a few things that come to mind to me.
Yeah, I think exercise is a big one, not only for your physical health, but also gets those endorphins pumping in your brain.
Sure.
That'll
Oh, yeah.
make you feel better. How about even just like when you're doing monotonous tasks like chores around the house? If you're listening to something, be it like some news or like an audio book or something, I think
Right.
that really increases my quality of life.
Does it really?
It does.
Interesting. We've got to film Pat and see what it is he's got going on while he's listening to these various audiobooks.
Maybe a tutorial on how to make Keurig coffee.
Yeah, Keurig tutorial or whatever you're doing. Yeah. One other thing is, what about reading, right? I think that there are books that will appeal to everybody. A lot of people just say, I don't like to read. It doesn't hold my attention. That means you just haven't found the right books. I do believe that there are books that will appeal to everybody. It doesn't matter what they are. Even if you can set aside 15 minutes a day just to read something, fiction or nonfiction, a book, right? I'm not talking about a magazine or online articles or text messages or whatever. Find 15 minutes to read. I think that that does a lot to improve quality of life.
Yeah, I always have some inner peace after reading for a little while, and I feel a lot more connected to the human experience.
Really?
And I find that I just start thinking about things a little bit differently after I read for a little while.
What's Pat reading that he's having these enlightening experiences every time he cracks a book? But we really need a documentary, I think, to figure out what's going on over at Pat's place. Those are some ideas, all right? I think that those are all really good things. And being social. I think being social, and again, what that means to everybody's ability to do that is different, but it doesn't have to cost money to be social. And whether it's friends, family, whatever, seeing and talking to other people, that's a good thing, isn't it?
And that's why we're talking about this now.
We're talking about it right now. Absolutely. So those are my ideas. All right. Thanks to everybody who wrote in this week. We've got a great bonus show coming up for you. Where is NASA? Why are private companies now getting involved in taking us to space instead of NASA? We will talk about that. We will talk about the possibility of life-saving drones in emergencies. And we will also talk, sadly, about American traffic fatalities rising again. What's driving that change? You'll have to tune in to the bonus show. You can sign up at davidpakman.com/membership, or you can access the bonus show by becoming a $5 patron at patreon.com/David Pakman Show. I'll speak to you then.